What's going on, guys? It's the Conscious One coming at you. Just got a few more things to say. You know, it's a lot of stuff going on. You know, the more that we use this social media and texting, you know, we really feel like you're really starting to feel like you really don't know people anymore. But not only do you not know people anymore, check this out. You don't want to know people anymore. You don't even want to be around people. You'd rather go home and start text messaging and using social media to communicate with people. Now, I don't like having, you know, friendships through social media or texting. You know, lately it's kind of like if a person is not in my reality, you know what I mean? Like as in here in Las Vegas, you know, it might not be a good idea to be, you know, talking to that person all the time. You know what I mean? Because they may be thinking one way about you. You may be thinking another way about them. It could be totally falsified, right? And you don't know what's going on. You know, and so you only can deal with people that's in your reality, you know, at that time. Now, this video, I'm just talking about people and their 5 senses. You know, they tell us we have 5 senses to limit us. We got more than 5 senses. Only the people still stuck in 3rd dimension. You know, turn wake the hell up 7 like to mention. Only people still stuck in the third dimension are using only 5 senses. You know, what is it? Taste, see, feel, smell, and something else. I don't know. But, you know, you get so fed up sometimes. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know, okay, I've met a lot of rich people, right, since I've been in Las Vegas. And one thing that wealthy people know amongst themselves, and some of us who are not very wealthy, who are actually very intelligent, know, is that the people who got all the money, the people who are rich, you will never know who they is. All right? You might be in that Walmart shopping line and the guy next to you might have on some $30 Payless boots and a Wrangler jean jacket, look like it comes from the 1980s, a little dingy. And you'll just walk right past that dude, you know, like he's nothing. That dude might be a billionaire. You wouldn't know. How would you know? And you know what's even more crazy? If that guy with them dungarees on told you that he was a billionaire, most people, because they only operating on 5 senses, they wouldn't believe him anyway. So that billionaire was like, well, there's no point in me even saying anything because these people too dead and sleep anyway. And it's the same thing with me. Like, I go through these changes, right? Like, 1 minute I'll be skinny, right? And next minute I'm looking like, I don't know, God, who could I say I look like? Or, I don't know, Gary Payton or whoever. You know, it's just one minute I could be skinny. And sometimes I like to do this on purpose. 1 minute I can be skinny, you know. Next minute I'm looking like somebody you do not want to be ever in a physical altercation with. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, if I'm walking past you, you're like trying to move away. Like, you don't even know why you're moving away from me. But you see them muscles sticking out, them guns on my arm. And you're like, nah, I don't want to upset this brother at all. But you know, if people were really using more than 5 senses, they would have enough sense to know that you don't know who is who out here. I mean, I don't care how much in shape I am or somebody else is. You know, if a person walked past me, right? Let's say a person walked past me, he might be 140 pounds. You know, and let's say I'm like 175 at that moment, and I'm just, you know, got guns on my arms and everything. Who's to say that 135, 140 pound guy will beat me into submission? I mean, beat me into submission till I start saying something like look at, excuse me, I'm just like walking around the Foundry. Man, what is the Foundry? This place, these casinos, man. I be walking up in here, I just be seeing stuff I never really seen. But yeah, just to get back to my point. I mean, the 130-pound guy might beat me into submission. He might beat me so bad I might go into like a delusion where I'm like, you know, Ma, can you come pick me up? 40-year-old man talking about 45-year-old man talking about, Ma, can you come pick me up? You be knocked out by some 130-pound guy. I don't point of this video, I don't underestimate anybody. Anybody is capable of anything. I don't care if a 14-year-old is walking past me. I'm gonna respect him just as much as I respect a grown man with guns and with, you know, maybe he has muscles, a bodybuilder. You just never know who's who. This is one of the reasons too why, you know, boxers, they have to separate the divisions, because the last thing they want is, you know, a big guy getting beat by a little guy, because that would kind of shake up everything, and they don't need that. You know, speed kills. Speed kills. Can Floyd Mayweather beat 88 Mike Tyson? Hell no. But still, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he can catch him on a bad day. Who knows? But the bottom line is, you know, you have to respect everybody. No matter how old they are, no matter what they looking like, no matter what they wearing, you don't know who you could be talking to. You just don't know. And you have to be humble. These are the aspects of a person that has the Holy Spirit. You know, person who has the Holy Spirit knows this stuff. You don't have to tell them anything about that. They just naturally are that way. Now me, you know, one of the things that can kind of irritate me, like, okay, I'm skinny. Let's say I'm skinny, right? I'm not working out. And then I notice that guys treat me a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like grown men, they treat me a certain way. They talk to me a certain way when I'm skinny. But I see these same kind of guys, right? With the same kind. You know they only using 5 senses. You could just tell. So you see these same kind of guys, and you're like wondering, okay, that same guy didn't even recognize me because last time he seen me, I was so skinny. Now I'm like huge, guns on my arm, muscles, chest all big. You know, because I'm working out, and then they talk to you a total different way. And see, the thing is, I just like to talk to people. You know, I grew up with a father who just, you know, he treated everybody the same, and that's how I do. You know, I treat people how I want to be treated. So whether I'm skinny or I am, you know, got all these muscles, you know, I wish I got treated the same way. You see. Another thing too, like let's say I'm skinny, let's say I decide to go vegan for a year, right? Maybe I might have a health issue. I say, okay, I'm going vegan for a year to get my blood sugar straightened out or whatever. Okay, so now I'm walking around skinny, and then you just getting all this disrespect from people, from guys, you know, trying to, you know, show out in front of their girl or inflate their ego, you know, all that kind of stuff. But then that same guy, if he seen me 3-4 months later, wouldn't have anything to say. You know, I mean, it's just bad. It's real bad. But yeah, there are more than 5 senses, and you know, you have to tap into that sense. You know, they had a movie called Sixth Sense. I believe it was a movie about, you know, guy had died, Bruce Willis, but he didn't know he was dead. You know, but that kid had a sixth sense that, you know, there was a dead spirit around him, and that's why he was hiding under the covers and all this stuff. Really, really good movie. Really good movie, you know. You know, some of these older women walking around with them drinks be looking good too. Them MILFs. But, yeah, you know, that's the thing. I'll give you another example. Like right now, you know, I'm dressed down. See what I'm saying? Right now, I'm dressed down. You know, I like to dress like this because, you know, it reminds me of Chicago. It reminds me how I used to dress in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Hoodie, you know, got like 10 hoodies in your closet wearing different colors every day. With a Michael J. Fox, Back to the Future sport coat or whatever you want to call this thing. But you know, I notice when I wear this, you know, it just seems like people really don't take me too seriously when I'm just walking around like this. But I can come back to the same place. I can come up in here tomorrow with dressed up with, like, you know, some $300 dress shoes on, an extra long, you know, cashmere coat, freshly shaved, maybe with some $100 shades on. And all of a sudden, everybody, oh, you know, look at him. He must be somebody. You see what I'm talking about, people? And it gets so irritating that you have to play these games. You know, I think it's a song that talk about the games people play. It's just nothing but games, and it irritates you. And that's why, you know, I'm a hermit to this day, because I just can't deal with people unless they on my level, you know, unless they using more than 5 senses. Because if you only gonna judge about what you see, look, taste, and feel, most likely, I can't be friends with you. You know what I mean? You gotta have that extra sense, you know. But yeah, sometimes I like to play with people. Sometimes I say, let me walk in this place one day dressed like this, stay for an hour, see what happens, see what girls try to, or at least give me eye contact, and let me walk up on here the next day looking like what I'm wearing is $1,000. Let's just see what happens. Every single time, it never fails. I walk in a place, cashmere coat, just looking like a superstar, all the women, all the eyes on me, and guess what? I ain't nobody. But I look like somebody. But why, we have to play these games, I don't know. It's sad. It's just really sad, because you stop looking at people like people when you figure out that they just operating on 5 senses. You can't really respect them like that anymore. It's very hard. They have to do something to earn that respect from me. I just can't respect people. They just too operating off their 5 senses, and they don't know what the hell going on. So that's all I gotta say about that, guys. Oh, another thing too. The other day, I think I was driving some people, and somebody told me if I was making money, how come my phone cracked? And then she gonna say, how come I got an Android? Are you kidding me? I mean, I have to hold my tongue, but I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. So you gonna sit here and tell me that I'm lying about only barely working and taking care of myself and make money at sports, but I'm lying about that because I have an Android LG phone. She said something about my LG phone. She made fun of it because it was an Android, and something else. Oh, because it's cracked. Okay, which I just cracked it like last week, and I ain't trying to go to no phone store anytime soon because it's not cracked to the point where I'm not enjoying looking at it. In fact, I forgot it's there. Okay, so I turned around. All I said to her was, "It's a phone." I said, "Look, until they make a phone where I can like scan my organs and regenerate new nerves and cells, don't tell me nothing about I should be paying $500 to $1,000 for a phone." That is the nonsense. That is the nonsense out here, guys. The nonsense. A phone, you make a phone call, I can text, I can shop, I can make purchases, I can go on my online bank account. In fact, most of my shopping is done on my phone. So why would I need to upgrade from an LG Android from Cricket to pay somebody $500,000 on some, I don't know, Galaxy 7? For what? For what? Again, can it scan your organs and regenerate new cells? Until a phone can do that, don't talk to me about upgrading on no phone. It's ridiculous. I'm making this video right now. I can make this video right now, right? It's crazy, y'all. But yeah, that's all I want to say about that. And about to go put a little bit on these Tar Heels, and I'll talk to y'all later. All right, good luck and peace.